and welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for being here. I know I say that at every show, and I think I probably have since I started in 2013. That's a lot of shows. And in case you didn't know, you can go to my webpage, 𝘗𝘗𝘳𝘗𝘯𝘵𝑒𝑠𝑋𝑠.com, and go to the radio show section, and you'll find all of the radio shows. If you listen via a podcast app, you will want to find both shows. There's one that's called Tools to Create a Better Life, which is where you're listening to this one right now. And then there's also one called The Glenyce Show. So that one was from 2013 to I think 2017-ish. So if you listen podcast app, do that. Go do that thing. The other thing, I would be so grateful if you would leave a review if you do listen via podcast app, because that really gets the show in front of more people. The more people that review it, the more it gets out into the world. What would that be like? Oh my gosh. All right. What are we talking about this week? Unusual tools to lose weight. Now, pardon me, I don't often use that term. I talk about changing your body, specifically changing your body with your body. And let's be honest, most people, maybe not most, many people are looking to lose weight. And so I thought, let's just do a show about it. It's something that I've been doing over the past almost 2 years. That seems like, wow. And I've been doing it with unusual tools. So years and years ago, when I was 9, I was put on my first diet, which was all about not being overweight anymore or losing the weight from judgment. Yeah, let me tell you how that went. Well, it wasn't until I was 48, so last year, that I really started to change my body. All that was created when I was looking to lose weight from judgment was, yep, you guessed it, more weight. Yeah, so that is actually tool number 1, is that you've got to be looking at your body through the eyes of gratitude. You really want to be present with your body, not from how wrong it is, how fat it is, how ugly it is, how awful it is, like all that stuff. Stop it. Stop it. 1, it's never going to change it. So I've said this before, and I'll say it again 1,000,000 times. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every energy you be is an ask of the universe. So if you're looking in the mirror and judging how fat you are, guess what you're asking for? Yeah. And then guess what you get to do? Judge you more when it doesn't change or when it increases. So stop it. Stop it right now. What if we could be grateful for our bodies? Now, comment that was made a few years ago by Gary Douglas, who is the founder of Access Consciousness, where all these yummy tools that I share from. He said something that really, really, really pissed me off. He said, "You are the creator of your body. Why would you judge your creation?" Now, at that time, I was very aware that I was the creator of my money stuff. I was a creator of my life. I was creator of my business. Like I had owned that shit. But the creator of my body? What? Like it really was in my face and took me a while to really get present with. And so the example that he used, which also stayed with me, obviously, is that if a 5-year-old was finger painting a picture and they gave it to you, would you judge it? No. Of course we don't do that. We're so happy and we're so excited and we just love what they did for us. And yeah, We do that with our body. We're creating our body, and yet then we turn around and judge it and judge it and judge it, judging our own creation. So this unusual tool number 1 is really being gratitude. Now, that sounds funny, I know. Unless you've been around me for a while, that's a weird statement. Being gratitude? What the heck? The thing is that often we do gratitude, but more likely what we're doing is judgment, but we're calling it gratitude. So when we make a gratitude list, it's often from judgment. So I always use the example that back in the years when I would do a gratitude list, if hubby had done something that made me happy that day, then he made the list. But hot damn, if he didn't, he's off the list. So it wasn't actually a gratitude list, it was a judgment list, disguised as gratitude. So more so if we be gratitude. Don't look at your body and go, oh, I'm grateful I have big toes, or I'm grateful I've got great eyes, or something like that. Just look at your body and be gratitude. Like, just be gratitude. Now, sometimes, for me, if I'm not in that space, I do bring something to mind that gets me there in an instant. So my little kitty Toddy, she gets me there in an instant. So if I know that I'm not being gratitude and I would like to start being gratitude, then think of Toddy. Or if she's in the room, I can look at her, and that's boom, I'm there. And that's such an invitation. But again, it's not from the doing of it. It's reminding me of the energy of being gratitude. The more that you can be gratitude, not just for your body, just being gratitude, the more ease it will be to lose the weight, because it's not then from judgment that it has to change. It's really from the invitation of, what would you like to create? What would your body like to create? And so this is unusual tool number 2. It's all about communing with your body. So communing is very similar to communicating and totally different. How's that? So communing is basically gifting and receiving, allowing your body to gift you the information about what it would like, and also gifting your body information. And it's a gifting and a receiving. And I use the word information. It's not probably totally accurate, but there's a beautiful energy in the gifting and receiving, in the allowance of your body has a consciousness of its own. Your body has some desires and some wishes and what it would like. And if you're willing to commune with it, it can guide you. A couple months ago, I was facilitating a foundation class, and we did it in the afternoon. So from 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. my time, which was kind of an unusual time. Normally I do mine in the morning, and the class asked to be then, so I did that. And on my fast days, so most of you know that I alternate day fast, which means one day I have an eat day, it's called, and one day I have a fast day. So it was a fast day, and normally on my fast days, around 5 o'clock, I just go and have a really nice bath. Often when you're fasting, you get really chilly as the day progresses, so it's a perfect time to bath. So after I finished the class, I came upstairs, I had a little chat with hubby, and I said, I'm gonna go downstairs and have my bath. And I walked towards where I would go downstairs to my bathtub. Yes, we each have our own bathtub. And I stopped, I picked up my running shoes, and I went out for a run. So that's an example of communing with my body. So I didn't ask my body, hey, would you like to have a bath? I was really doing it from the conclusion of, this is what I do at 5 o'clock on fast days. And I didn't even really notice that I was doing it. Obviously, my body did. So she was like, no, I'd rather go for a run. So I have asked her to override my limitations, to override my insanity. I have given her full permission to be in control of what is hers and what she would like to be and do and all of that. And that's been over the years, guys. This isn't something I just did the first day I learned about communing. Let me tell you, there was a control, a level of control that I had to be willing to let go of. And so that can occur, but also you can just be asking, like, hey body, Truth, would you like a bath right now? Truth, would you like to go for a run? So you're communing, you're allowing your body to have a say in what's going on with it. And there's so much that goes on with our bodies that we could be co-creating with our bodies. Now, if this is something you would like more of and you would like to work personally with me, I do offer a VIP day for changing your body with your body. It's freaking magical. I love it. We get to spend a whole bunch of time together. You end up with your own magic trick book. All the things. Anyway, there's a link somewhere. Go and find it. If you want more information, if you can't find it, just reach out and I'll send you the link. I would love to play with you in your sweet body. And it's all about really tapping you into how your body speaks to you and how you can continuously hear it and receive from it and all the pieces. Now, if you're new to this, you could just start communing with your body about what it would like to wear. So when you go to your closet in the morning, just get like from a playfulness and be like, body, what would you like to wear today? And you might be really drawn to something. You might notice that you had already had it on your mind earlier. Because here's the thing, our body is pretty much always communing with us anyway. It's when we start tapping into it, we might recognize things and ways that maybe we thought were thinking, or maybe we just thought we got sick of a food we were eating. It's often our body's way of letting us know that whatever it would like. So just start playing with it. Let it be really light and really playful, guys. This is not about, again, judging, okay? In order to change anything, you have to take judgment out of the picture. So if you can have play and fun and lightness with communing with your body, it's going to create so much magic for you that you're going to want to do it more and more. Like, it's going to assist you to choose it over and over and over, just based on how much ease it creates in your sweet life. Yes. Now, another unusual tool to lose weight is to really look at what those points of views are that's holding the weight there. And there's so many. Like, I cannot tell you over these past almost 2 years, the points of views that I have cleared about weight loss and having less. And still there's more to do. How do I know? My body's not quite where she would like to be just yet. And it's not about anything in particular. So it's not to say every person who has extra weight, it's because they have this point of view, blah, blah, blah. It's never that. It's never that. It's weird, unusual stuff. So how could you get to know what your points of views are? Well, the cool thing is when you play with the tools from Access Consciousness, you don't necessarily have to figure them out. What you want to be aware of is what's going on when you're thinking about your body, when you're thinking about the weight, when you're thinking about maybe food. Like, what is going on in here? And once you tap into that energy, again, you don't have to figure out what's going on in here. You just want to be aware of the energy. Then we use this magical tool that I talk about all the time. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So right now for myself, I've been doing a little bit longer fasts on my eat days. That sounds confusing. So I have been doing once a month for a few months, 5 months, I think, of a 5-day fast. And this month would, normally I would have done another one and my body said no. So I was like, okay, what would you like? And it was more around, rather than like a 38-hour fast and then having an eat day, it's more around like a 48-hour fast and having one meal and then having another fast of 40 hours or such. Just depends on what my body asks for. So that is a different energy for me. And it sounds so funny. I can do a 5-day, but a 48-hour seems like, whew, that's a lot. So I was looking at that the other day when I got to about hour 46 and was like, okay, what is this? What is this? And it was just this energy of like, to eat in that moment was going to like, I don't even really know how to put it in words, but energetically, whew. And it was interesting because then I got even more curious of like, so what if I decided that this energy is, and how that I shouldn't have it, that it's wrong to have it, that it's bad to have it. Like I looked at all of those pieces because I can go 5 days, at least 5 days without food. I know that's not a problem. So why, when I was going to break it at 48 hours, was at 46 being weird? And it was a no. So I always check in with my body, did body desire to eat then? Because it could, totally. And it was a no. So it's like, okay. Then I got curious around like, what is this? What is that? And just recognizing that without the food, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot more intensity. There's a lot more, again, this is really difficult to put into words, guys, but a lot more of me. Yeah. And so by eating and knowing I was going to eat, it was desiring to have that quicker, but it wasn't actually consciousness. It was a limitation, a point of view, whatever we want to call it, that I shouldn't be that much. That's really the energy as I'm talking about it now. I shouldn't be that much. I need to tone it down. Everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate it all, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyond. So that is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. To know more about it, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. And that's really what that energy was. And the more that I be that, the more that I get to be present with when I'm looking to shut it down and what's going on that I'm looking to shut it down. So again, always, for me, it's always about asking my body about when it would like to eat. So I might look at tomorrow having a 48-hour fast, but if my body at 24 hours or 12 hours or 2 hours or 82 hours says, we can eat now, or I'd like to eat now, then I do it. So it's never about I have to do this. It really is that communion, but really recognizing those points of views. And so if you know that you eat when you're stressed, no, food doesn't have anything to do with extra weight. And if you're using it as a way to deal with something and it doesn't work for your body, that's where the extra weight may come from. So it's this level of presence and this level of vulnerability with yourself that if you're willing to be that, again, you'll change everything, guys. You will change everything. Now, I've talked about gratitude and I've talked about vulnerability. There's these 5 elements of intimacy that we talk about in Access Consciousness: vulnerability, allowance, gratitude, trust, and honor. And I recently did a 5-part series on them in relation to with your body. We'll have the link here somewhere. Go check it out, guys. Honestly, probably one of the best series that I have done so far. It blew my mind. Yeah, there's just so much. But anyway, when we look at that and we're willing to clear the points of views, be honest with ourselves, not make anything significant. I could look at that and go, oh my gosh, I don't want to be too much. I bet you that was because so-and-so said this to me when I was 4 years old, or this happened. Like, I could do that. And sometimes that's relevant to have the awareness to clear it. But a lot of times it's just a distraction in of itself. So it's really about just being present with it, clearing it, and now what can I choose? And so in that moment, once I was curious with it and I played with it and I looked at it, then I started playing with like, what would it be like to be too much all the time? Like, what would that be like? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Universe, show me what it would be like to be too much all the time. And I was working with a client yesterday and she said, she was talking about putting on some classes and I said, well, what's the value of not sharing your classes and putting it out into the world? And she said, well, I don't want to be too much. I said, but you are too much. Like, let's acknowledge, guys, we are too much. I got my order from Sephora yesterday. Yes, there's a huge sale. I have more orders coming. Oh my gosh, I am too much. I am too much. I've always been too much. I will always be too much. And I don't mean just with makeup, in all the ways. Probably just like you, my sweet friend, but we're told it's wrong. We're told to tone it down, turn it down, be less, fit in, be like the other people. Ah, please, sweet friends, please, be too much. So what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you and your body be to be the too much that you truly be? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, pock, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yes. Okay, so the last tool we're going to talk about today, although I could share millions of them, is to start asking your body to show you. Body, show me. Show me what you would like to look like. Body, show me what you require to change whatever it is it would like to change. If you know your body's asking to be smaller, body, show me what we require. And then be aware when you see something pop up in your social media feed that feels yummy, or you go to the library and a book, is really attractive to you, or your friends are talking about something, a new juice cleanse or something. And I don't mean it has to be that. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass to talk about here with that. But there's so many different ways and shapes and things that can come in about what your body actually requires. And that's how mine showed up with the fasting. It was these feather touches of a friend telling me that she was fasting, although she was doing 30-day fasts. I'm not there yet, not sure I ever will be. But that wasn't it. It still was a few more months of little feather touches, and then going to the library, and the only book left in the library about weight loss was something called alternate day fasting. Imagine that. So if you include your body in showing you, like, body, show me. Body, show me. Show me what it would take for this to be more ease than I never imagined possible. And those are points of views you want to look at too, guys, because if you've got the point of view that it's hard to lose weight, or you have to struggle, or you have to suffer, or you have to go without, or those are all interesting points of views that you want to be running. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view on over and over and over and over. Because it doesn't have to be. It can be total ease and joy and glory, unless you've decided that it can't. Yes. Awesome, guys. So I have a foundation coming up, an online foundation coming up the end of December, depending on when you're listening to this, December 27th to the 31st, in the mornings here in North America, afternoons in Europe, and I'm not sure about Australia and Asia. But if you check out the link, you can find out more about it, and it's got the time link there too. Would love to have you come play. Again, also the VIP days with your body. I would love to play with you with that. So have a fabulous rest of your week, and I look forward to chatting again next week.